Boyka, What Hub, bienvenido and welcome everyone. Again, I am Silos Congas. It's what I do, I'm a percussionist. I, I've titled this as an unofficial podcast. I promised that I was going to make formal presentations with lessons as to create keynotes or PowerPoints, slides, so that I can cover all of the ideas and concepts and point of views when it comes to speaking about the etheric energy centers and how that relates so much of our existence and also healing. I'm learning so much. Want to do the work also. I don't know much. I'm not a herbalist. I don't partake in certain chemistries, alchemy and stuff like that. That can help. It can help in, you know, obtaining certain purifications, some goals, and especially when it comes to your etheric, that energy, that particular existence, what you call the etheric auric egg, that energy that drives us to do many things, you know. But I wanted to speak, however, this is unscripted. However, when it comes to healing, you know, the way that I can partake in that and offer advice and even techniques and stuff is through tones, actual, tones, and also rhythms. Rhythm can heal. So there's certain rhythms that I can teach that can heal a person in terms of them tuning in with their ancestral pattern or their genetic blueprint. So right now I'm creating a script that I wanted to start at the Earth magnetic field. I did a podcast, a brief one, talking about the drums and the Earth magnetic field. And a lot of times, I've watched a lot of podcasts and now I'm kind of like analyzing myself, as I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of content out there. And I'm finding that there's a lot of talk about problems and problems and problems, but no actual solution. People talk about they don't like the environment, the community, we should get together, this and this and that, but no solutions, actual specific solutions. There's a lot of people that are into ancestral worship. And I find that's another topic I want to go into is that as I play percussion for certain environments and scenarios, I find that I'm learning that when you deal with your ancestors and your DNA blueprints and things of that sort, right, it is very important to create an environment that's suitable for your DNA, your genetic, and your ancestors. There is a cleansing, a DNA cleansing, both physically and etherically, which they call spiritual. You do the spiritual work in order to etherically cleanse your ancestors' character and personality. Also, your DNA and genetics that you carry encoded within your body. There are chemical, that's alchemy, chemicals, they are foods, they are tones, right? That help you cleanse your DNA because all of your ancestors are not, they also had challenges and wrestled with certain things. So in order in order to help them out, you help yourself at the same time cleansing that DNA, you got to do work. You got to cleanse the proper way. You got to cleanse the proper way. So in certain practices, there's herbs, plants that they do to cleanse, right? Baths, wadu, they bath. But you could just do the bath. But if you still putting the poison into your body and it's affecting your genetic blueprint, it's not going to work. It's not. It's just you have balancement. You have to balance the physicality, the physical stuff, the chemistry, and all that. You have to balance that with your mind and your mental because it's not out of balance, right? So I'm learning this out. I mean, in alchemy, there's certain practices and that we're learning in chemistry and in chemit, where you get the word chemistry and alchemy and alchemists and all that. But not everything. Everything should be tested with science. There are certain things that, because science grow also. Not everything that they practiced back then it's beneficial for you. Science change also. Discoveries or new techniques and new devices and new instruments are introduced into the art of cleansing your DNA and your ancestry practices. Change. I wrote a post about the upload and the visitation of beings in my dreams, in my mind, vision, and this is what was conveyed to me. I don't know why. And you see the outcome of it, it's detrimental. Something doesn't add up. Something is not right. You know, there is no really DNA cleansing that should be happening there. It's just not. You know, and then you have those that, okay, you learn the old ways of doing things, which is always great, but at the same time, they are new things that are renewed. Because they say there's nothing new under the sun. Fine, but there's things that are renewed. You have the power to regenerate, renew yourself, right? Always. That's the power of the root energy center, is a renewal. So when you come to the earth magnetic field, you talk about grounding and seeding, right? No, you're good. You're good. When you talk about grounding and seeding, a lot of times it casts a shadow of separatism, your racism, stuff like that, because you get so caught up in the ground, you see the culture, this tribe, that you forget that there's other tribes out there, and you forget your part in humanity, right? At the same time, that grounding and seeding, you have to create certain environments that are conducive, beneficial for your seed, right? Answer that when I get back. So there are certain grounding and seeding, so those conditions. So the best conditions that you can supply it, your seeds and your grounding, all your DNA, your ancestries, because that's grounding and seeding. The best conditions are going to give you the best outcome. So I find that they're telling me that this is missing. It's missing. Now we have access to certain, information and outformation, and information and outformation. We have the access to that, the connection to that. So we have to learn. I don't know everything, so I gotta learn. I gotta research. I gotta experiment. And then when someone says something to me that makes sense, because the common sense, this sense of perceiving of revelation, when they reveal something and you say, man, that makes so much sense. You get it? Sense. Not just your taste, your smell, your eye, but your mind has a sense in there.